Thank you, Dan. Barry, all the pregame fireworks are over. You've got a team that limped in with more tape holding it together than 100 mummies. My question for you is, if your offense isn't good enough to score prolifically, is it good enough to keep the defense off the field so they can play their best?
I hope we have a different offense, a different look today. We got to play total offense. Our defense has played well for 15 football games, but we have got to, in the playoffs, have offensive consistency. We've got to prove that today.
Barry, thank you very much. Al?
All right, by Deion Sanders.
He was looking at the ball.
Yeah.
No reason for it.
No reason at all.
3rd and 15. Aikman dropping back into the end zone. Underneath hits Irvin. Breaks a Brady tackle. Has a first down. Michael Irvin. From the 25. Dallas with its initial first down. And Emmitt Smith, his first carry up to the 31-yard line. For Emmitt, the expectations are so high that everybody thinks it was an off year, and it was for him, but 1,204 yards is still not too bad. However, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Smith who cuts it back, and Emmitt takes it up to the 35, close to a first down, tackled by the ex-Bill, Darryl Talley.
Tremendous disadvantage.
You saw Sanders coming out of the game. Deion will be in for 10 or 15 offensive plays. They were using him less and less on this side of the ball. Aikman under pressure, throws, finds Emmitt Smith, and that's a gain of 7 up to the 42. 2nd and 3, tackled by Smith's ex-teammate Dixon Edwards. From the 43-yard line, Emmitt Smith, big hole into Viking territory. First down at the Minnesota 46.
The Moose.
Finally stopped by Thomas.
The Moose.
And 8:50 to go in the quarter with no score. Aikman guns one, caught at the 29 by Irvin, and Michael finally stopped at the 25-yard line. They gave Aikman several days off. Troy didn't throw for 6 days, didn't play last week. Barry Switzer said it's the best I had ever seen him throw, and that looked like it.
This was beautiful. That ball.
3rd and 14 from the 29-yard line. The blitz from the corner, and the pass is caught by Irvin. And
know if he got it
might have it. He appears to be a little short. Dwayne Washington with a great tackle to try to stop the first down. At the 15, this drive began at the 12. The deep drop. He hits Irvin at the 11. He runs by Brady and has a first down at the 3.
I was afraid they were going to give that to him.
He tried to stick it in. This type of a drive is everything he didn't want to see.
2nd and goal on the 14th play of the drive. The play fake. Aikman rolling, trying to get into the end zone with a dive, and does. Touchdown Dallas.
And Larry Allen came back and picked off Darryl Talley. He sure did. One of their best of the season.
Here comes Larry Allen. Darryl Talley looked like he was maybe not get Aikman down, but at least maybe trip him up. Larry Allen picks him off, and
He's run one in. Dallas goes 88 to lead 7-0.
looked overly productive on that run.
Nope, 2nd and 8. They have Amp Lee in the game, and the catch is made here by Andrew Jordan for a first down up to the 31-yard line. The tight end. Ford is back in the game, and it's Johnson's ship right now for the immediate future. It is caught by Ford. Nice slip move there, and then Teague tackles him after a gain of 8. Randall Godfrey, the rookie out of Georgia, couldn't make the stop, and he picks up 8 yards on the play. He loves both. And that's caught by Jake Reed, and he has a first down up at the 49. Reed, who averaged a sparkling 18 yards per reception. Brian Billick, the offensive coordinator, on the strength of that offense. Reed and Chris Carter on the other side. Debate him for that game, but not before. 2nd and 12. And this is Amp Lee, who gets upended at the 46-yard line, crossing into Dallas territory. The stop is made by Roger Harper to be fit
For the situation.
3rd down and 5. Johnson guns it over the middle. The catch is made by Amp Lee inside the 10. And where did he possession when he lost the football? They're going to look as George Teague knocked it loose. It's a touchback.
Oh, my gosh.
George Teague saves 7.
Where did he hit the ball? It looked right on the goal line. We talked about earlier the former first-round draft pick of the Green Bay Packers who made such a difference in this secondary. What a play by Teague.
Where did he lose possession of the football? Well before he went into the end zone.
What a good call.
What a play by George Teague.
Well, that happened at full speed, and we jump all over these officials, but this was a great call.
No touchdown, and Dallas ball.
Second chance at it and couldn't handle it.
From the 20-yard line, it's Emmitt Smith. And he gets by Fisk, and then Brady finally stops him up at the 27-yard line. 2nd and 3 now at the 27-yard line. Emmitt Smith. That's a gain of 5. And Dan, you have to wonder if you're the Minnesota Vikings right now. You know, if you had a chance to get back in the game, if you give up a long Dallas drive here.
Who has yet to make an appearance for the Cowboys.
Not this season, from the 32-yard line. Aikman throws. Michael Irvin has catch number 5. And he's tackled by Robert Griffin after breaking a Dwayne Washington tackle. 2nd and 4. Dallas from the 38-yard line. Emmitt Smith. And that's a first down to the 44-yard line. In the opening minute of the second quarter, Cowboys on top 7-0, trying to earn a trip to Charlotte. If the Cowboys win, they face the Panthers next week. From the 44-yard line. Aikman, who has really been on the mark. Emmitt Smith, and he is into Minnesota territory to the 48-yard line, setting up a 2nd and short, tackled by Jeff Brady.
3 feet between some of those guys. They're making some of those small defensive linemen defend big areas.
And they give it to Emmitt Smith on 2nd and short, breaks a tackle, picks up a first down, gets to the Minnesota 40-yard line behind a Darrell Johnston block. What else is new?
Hennigan didn't get the ball.
From the 40 on 2nd down, it's Walker. And Herschel, looking like the old Herschel, picks up 22 to the 18-yard line. And how ironic is this? Herschel Walker, who's strayed from here, helped build the dynasty, is now back.
What comes around goes around, or something like that. But Herschel Walker is an amazing athlete. He is.
That he could thread it.
When you're confident, you'll do it.
3rd and 8, the short drop, the quick pass, a flag is thrown. Deion Sanders juggles it, a flag at the 16-yard line.
Well, the Cowboys ought to hope for a false start or something so they get to do this play over.
Flag is thrown at the line of scrimmage. It is offside against Minnesota.
Beautifully put there by Aikman.
3rd and 3 at the 11. Dallas up by 7. Emmitt Smith looking for room and doesn't find any, and he's tackled at the 10-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 2, and they'll send in Chris Boniol, who ended the season with 27 consecutive. And Boniol to try to make it 10-zip. And he does. Officially 28 yards. 28-yard line. And Leroy Horde exploits a hole and loses the ball, and Deion's got it, and Deion laterals the ball back, and the Dallas Cowboys have possession as Shante Carver gets tackled. First down, Dallas inside the 40. Emmitt Smith, huge hole inside the 30. The 20, goodbye.
This is what they've been waiting for.
Lead back. Look at this hole in the middle. Barely grazed on the shoulder pads by Orlando Smith. But a lot of backs would score off of a hole like that.
You would.
Maybe.
And Jake Reed, our big wide receivers. Ball control passing, because that's the only way we're going to get there.
Swing pass caught by Evans, and he picks up 8.
The field. Carter was bottled up on the other.
3rd and 3 out of the gun, and it's picked off by who else? George Teague. Oh man, touchdown.
I'll tell you something right now. Brad Johnson made a throw by a quarterback who looks like he's only played 6 or 7 games in the NFL. You never throw it back to the middle of the field like that. All right, in this situation.
But he wanted to go to Reed. He was well covered by Kevin Smith. Had to do this, or did this.
Well, I don't know what else George Teague could do. George put that ball up.
2 forced fumbles, 1 interception return for a touchdown, and 5 tackles along the way. Here's Leroy Horde.
Is that another fumble?
Lost the football, but no. He retains possession. He holds on, at least in terms of possession.
Yeah, Tony Casillas has the
31-yard
ball.
line.
I don't know how much more he's going to play. He certainly has not been effective to this point. It's like Casillas was certainly across the ball.
And coach, number 75 of the defense, 5 yards. That'll be a first down.
At this point, at the 35-yard line. Johnson throws. That dilemma continues as Deion Sanders takes it to the 21-yard line.
Al, this has moved well beyond a dilemma. This has moved into the catastrophe category. Ooh, baby.
At the 22-yard line. Emmitt Smith stopped by Harrison.
The Cowboys appear to be in a playoff frame of mind.
It's Herschel Walker to the 14. The prior run was by Sherman Williams, who had come in to spell Emmitt Smith. So 3rd and a deuce at the 14. 6 minutes to go in the half. Walker. A little short of the first down. Jason Fisk for the stop. Against Green Bay, the Monday nighter. And he has 2 today, along with 3 extra points.
6, so he'll be all right.
3rd down and 12. And he gets hit as he throws, and that's incomplete. It's 4th down.
But if 4 of 6 gets you $15 million, there's going to be a lot of guys jumping in that line.
Yeah.
Well, we might have seen the last of Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, Sherman Williams is the running back in this set. Aikman throws. Caught by Michael Irvin. And, you know, Barry Switzer saying yesterday that it's the best he's ever seen Aikman throw. And, you know,
He ought to be in fine spirits.
a big smile from the 28-yard line. Aikman throws, and that's tipped, and it's intercepted by the Vikings' Orlando Thomas, who fumbles the football.
I think Bjornsson has it back.
Oh, they do. Dallas gets it back.
Life is good. When it's going your way, it goes your way.
The ball's tipped, and this is going to be Thomas who catches it in the air. And then on his return,
It's a twisting tackle, and he collapses on that left knee.
he's hit by Herschel Walker, and Eric Bjornsson recovers it.
Clearly an excruciating pain, his 43-yard line. Aikman throws, and that is caught by Darrell Johnston for a minimal gain. He's tackled by Dwayne Washington. And a flag the Vikings.
55 of the defense, illegally use of hands for the face, 5 yards, automatic first down.
Ticking down toward the 2-minute warning. Aikman throws. Herschel Walker makes the catch. And Walker gets tackled at the 44 after a gain of 8, and that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 2 after the 2-minute warning, and the catch is made by Michael Irvin. First down at the 30-yard line. Corey Fuller with the coverage. Deion's in the game. Catch is made. This is Kelvin Martin, and they convert on 3rd down for a first down to the 11-yard line, tackled by Harlan Barnett.
You're almost forced to catch it.
Aikman throws. That's caught at the 6-yard line by Eric Bjornsson, and he's ridden out of bounds in that spot.
5 and lose 1 after that.
3rd down and 2 from the 5-yard line. Aikman under duress throws incomplete. This will be a 22-yard attempt. Bonio looking for his 3rd field goal, and he has the hat trick, and the postseason record is 5. He tied the regular season mark of 7 in the Green Bay game. He has 3 thus far. 23 ticks left in the half. Cowboys leading 30-0. Let's check in with Chris Berman. Chris.
And a word from our ABC stations. Aikman, and he gets sacked at the 10-yard line as Derek Alexander, number 90, the second-year guy out of Florida State, last year's #1 pick, with the sack. Does. Floats this one to the Viking 45-yard line, and Palmer takes it across the 50, tackled at the 47. 12:51 left in the third. It's Dallas 30, Minnesota nothing.
Instead, touchback, and Dallas never looked back.
2nd and 9. That's caught by Amp Lee. He's tackled at the 30-yard line. First down, Vikings. First down at the 30-yard line. And Johnson tackled at the line of scrimmage by Shante Carver. A launching pad for guys in the past 2 years as Johnson retreats on 2nd and 10. And fires, and it's caught by Chris Carter. Makes a nice move to avoid Kevin Smith and scores.
Well, we kept saying get the ball to Chris Carter. Across the field, little move against Kevin Smith. I don't think he thought Johnson had the arm to get it there that quickly. Boy, that's a nice move he puts on Kevin Smith first, and then
38 left in the third. The Cowboys are up by 23.
Important man through the playoffs. I agree with you, Frank. He'd be the first guy I'd remove.
Smith for 5 up to the 25.
Really, the significant part of that is undrafted free agents. A lot of productivity.
Emmitt Smith, a drafted non-free agent, picks up for a #1 pick out of Florida in '90 on 13 carries. 3rd and 1 from the 29. Michael Irvin makes the catch up to the 35. He goes. One of the few Cowboys not going to the Pro Bowl is Emmitt Smith.
Well, he only made 1,200 yards in the season.
3rd and 7. Smith to the 46-yard line on a first down. Tackled by Harlan Barnett.
You're going to go, aren't you, Al?
I think so. You'll be there. Backside screen to Darrell Johnston into a serenade of Moose. He loses the ball but out of bounds, so it's still Dallas's ball, popped out by Jason Fisk. He had the Moose call in Monterey Stadium, and here he is to another chorus of Nice.
And a first down for the Moose. Well, I think it goes a long way in illustrating how intelligent the fans are here in Dallas, because they're real bad back and had surgery a couple times, and he's in bad shape.
2nd and 7. Sherman Williams. Emmett's backup takes it to the 25. First down.
He loves to play, but if I'm Barry Switzer, I put him on the bench.
Aikman guns it, and that's caught at the 15-yard line by Bjornsson. Well, another reason, when you think about it, even though if you've watched this whole game, you don't get any sort of a feeling that Minnesota could possibly get back in the game. But when you're Troy himself has the first down.
An eyebrow and said that's easier talked about than done. They've done it.
Yep, they turned that switch.
They did.
Here's Smith to the 1-yard line.
Speaking of switches.
16th play, almost 9 minutes. Will they give it to Smith? They do. Will he get touchdown number 20? He loses the football. He loses the football.
Well, they're going to say he was beyond the goal line when he lost it. They are?
Well, one
official had raised his arms, touchdown.
Yeah, and the other guys are looking at what's going on, so now they have a conference, and Jerry Austin will tell us it is.
Ball goes to play, possession of the runner, and that's a touchdown.
Touchdown, not an artistic touchdown, but he ties the record.
No one will ever question it. Let's check out the football and the plane. That ball was long gone when he hit the plane. That ball. So. But he just got it again. Emmett looks like.
Herman Thomas with 2 touchdowns today. Emmitt Smith tying that mark. Emmett with 18 early. 2nd and 10. Amp Lee finds his way up to the 31-yard line for a gain of 8. Roger Harper to stop.
Distract you.
3rd and 2 from the 31. It's pulled up by Evans, seeks the first down and has it. From the 34, Brad Johnson looking, escapes, packs it in. Scrambles up to the 42, and that will take us down to the end of the third quarter. And
3rd and 2. And another near pick. That time by Darren Smith. Bird on 4th and 2 at their own 42-yard line. Johnson rolling and gets sacked by Broderick Thomas. Big day today, all 3 of them. Emmett, 116 yards. Troy, 178 yards through the air. And Michael, 8 receptions. And Sherman Williams.
These holes.
Doesn't matter if it's the first team or the second team in there. That was Nate Newton, but they've got Kennard and Hegeman in there. And
it's wrong with Walter Jaworski, another Cowboy scout.
Sherman Williams on 2nd and 9. Take some more time off the clock. Taking it to the 23-yard line. 12 and a half to go in the 4th.
More than a 2-to-1 advantage for the Cowboys in yardage.
3rd down 5 from the 23-yard line. Garrett throws, and it's caught by Martin. He takes it to the 11-yard line. Kmart, they call him. Kelvin Martin, tackled by Chris Johnson.
And apart from all of those stats, though, because this was a team that had so much trouble at the beginning of the year, and it's a healthy football team now, and a good one. When you look at this playoff picture, with both Dallas and San Francisco having to play on the opening weekend, I don't know how it could be any more interesting in the NFC. Being in the playoffs, it's just a fascinating picture in the NFC.
25-yard attempt. And Philadelphia rounds out the field as Ricky Waters goes back to SF tomorrow. 9:29 left in the 4th. 40-7 Dallas. But as we said at the very top, in the Twin Cities as well. At the 34-yard line, Johnson throws, and it's caught by Carter. It began with Dennis Green involved in a couple of court cases, and somehow records were obtained by a television station and in the middle of the season. 2nd down and 1 from the 43-yard line. Amp Lee up to the 44.
Sounds like a primetime special to me. Well, Roger is the man in charge.
Right. 2nd down and 10. Johnson wide open. Indeed, wide open is Qadry Ismail, and the junior Rocket makes it 1st and goal inside the 5. From the 5. 7 minutes to go. And taking it right through the middle is Brad Johnson for the touchdown.
That took Dallas by surprise.
Yeah. Everybody was surprised. Johnson throwing. Carter makes the catch. Got position on Sanders, and the conversion is good.
I don't think Dion even saw that ball coming. It's flagged for interference. Top of your screen. Dion, this way.
40-15. Dallas from the 20. Sherman Williams picks up 4 through the middle.
In a playoff game?
It is. And in fact, in 16 years, he had only played in 1 playoff game, and that was a loss by Indianapolis in 1987. 2nd and 6. Sherman Williams. And rambles out to the 45-yard line.
Billy Davis blocked. Billy Davis just made a crackback on Chris Johnson.
Just been run out of the playoffs.
I got to tell you something. If I ever rubbed my bottle and Ernie Zampese came out, I'd really be disappointed.
Well, I'd say if you rubbed the bottle and Ernie came out, there'd be a lot of smoke in that bottle too. 3 from the 49. And they lose the football. And this time it wasn't whistled in. Sherman Williams gives it up, and Minnesota does have it at the 48. Fake toss by Johnson. Has the open man at the 34-yard line, and that's Qadry Ismail for a 1st down. For Honolulu, you bet. February 2. Pro Bowl. Johnson throws. Catch made by Carter. He loses the football. Darren Smith picks it up and takes it to the 50-yard line. Stripped by Jim Schwantz. He's the guy who stripped it. the special teams Pro Bowler and backup linebacker. Schwantz creates it, and Darren Smith with the recovery.
6 turnovers for Minnesota. Just staggering.
From the 50. And they've got Walker playing out of the fullback slot on that set for a gain of 5.
So now they'd like to do 4 out of 5.
Herschel again. Inside the 30. Still on his feet. Tackled at the 22-yard line.
He went to the Giants as a free agent. Came back this year looking for a ring. He might well get one. Big man still has some good moves. Again, he's never been hurt in this game. Remarkably well-conditioned athlete. He didn't want to go out of bounds.
You know, in a way, it would be such Minnesota, as we said before, helped create the Dallas dynasty, that trade in which several players and draft picks, among the draft picks, Emmitt Smith.
10.
Yeah, 10 years. Herschel Walker to the 14. Dallas a big day rushing. Yeah, that's right. That is regurgitated garbage. Next time you hear anybody say or write that he's dumb, just consider the source.
There goes that cottage industry again.
You bet.
And I don't mean Perriot.
Well, they hope to have a little dumb. Carolina is for real.
They're going to have some capers.
Yes. 40-15 Dallas, and let's go down to Lynn Swan. Lynn.
Well, thank you very much, Al. Emmett, there were a lot of questions about the Dallas Cowboys offense. Do you feel you answered most of them this afternoon?
Well, I think we came out today and played a pretty good game. I really do. I think we executed offensively good enough to score enough points and win the game, but I still think there's a lot of more things we need to work on.
There were a lot of times during the season you haven't been your healthiest. People began to speculate about how much you really wanted to play in this ball game, whether you're the same Emmitt Smith. How did you feel?
Today was the best I felt all year long, up until the point where I got hurt. I mean, the day I came on the field, I felt great. It just felt good. Had a lot of spring. It just felt good. My injuries is healing, and healing well enough where I can keep running around and not really have any problems. I think today, with the lead that we had, I was able to take another rest and let it heal up some more. So I feel very good about it.
You know, with having to play the wild card game, not getting the bye, the outcome of this ball game was as close to a bye situation as you could ask for, but you still came out and played that second half, the start of the second half.
Well, coaches wanted us to come out and play the first series in the second half. We didn't have a real good first series, so I wanted to stick around for the second series, and we was able to have a very productive second series.
Emmett, thank you very much. I'm going to talk to your partner on offense here, Troy. Tremendous ball game for you. How do you evaluate your performance?
You know, I felt pretty good. I felt like I threw the ball well this week leading up to the ball game, and then I felt like I threw the ball well during the game. And, you know, guys made some plays. We had some opportunities for some bigger plays. You know, they blitzed us. They picked some good times to do it. I was trying to lay the ball up for Michael, and we just missed on a couple. But I thought the guys played well throughout the game.
One of the things I noticed, Michael seemed to get an awful lot of man-to-man coverage. You think you'll see that kind of coverage on Michael Irvin throughout the playoffs?
Well, no, I don't think we'll see that throughout the playoffs. We played Minnesota early last year. They showed that they would single up on Michael. We felt coming into this ball game with the way we're able to run the ball when we're running the ball, plus with what happened to them against Green Bay last week, the way they ran the ball, we felt that they would be coming in today committed to stopping the run. We'd get the single coverage, and we did.
People made a big deal about the fact that going into last week's ball game, you didn't throw the ball that much. You rested your arm. Barry Switzer was saying how wonderful you threw the ball in practice. How did you feel coming out here? Was that the big difference in the zip on the ball, do you think?
Well, you know, I don't know. I don't know, but I know that I threw very few balls last week, tried to give my arm a rest. Came back on Monday, and it felt pretty good throwing the ball, the best it had felt in a long time, and it continued throughout the week. And so I think it probably helped some. I don't think that had everything to do with it.
The last question for you. You love to give credit to that offensive line. Nate Newton kept telling people, when you get to the playoffs, we're going to turn the switch, we're going to turn it up. Looks like you were able to do that.
Well, they did. They certainly did, and we hope that we can continue to do it throughout the playoffs. We know we've got a tough opponent this next week in Carolina, an outstanding defensive football team, and for us to continue to win, our big guys up front have got to do the job, just like they did today.
Excellent performance for the Cowboys, Troy. Thank you very much.